And Samson, we want to talk about the Arnold, Ohio also.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw, Tamer was here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if people send you the scout and stuff. And Tamer's opinion, okay?
Yeah.
He thinks that it's not a good strategy for the reigning Olympia being the Arnold.
Yeah.
Because historically, it's normally the contender show.
Yeah.
We can say,
Yeah.
right? I know that's a good prize money,
Yeah.
right? But I'm not sure that's the only factor that. What made you go for the Arnold? Even though you were the reigning Olympia champion.
Because I came here by doing things my own way. And one thing that, everybody's like, they're all stuck with this idea of tradition and this is what's supposed to be expected of Mr. Olympia. I'm like, dude, man, I don't know about how the other guys are work, but you better believe I'm different. I'll do my own thing. And I love to compete. So right from years ago, before even anything else, before even they announced anything about prize money, I don't give a damn, but that's not the reason why I chose that. I always said, like, look, I want to do both. I want to do more competition. I'm never going to be the guy that just sits out all year and you only see him come out once, does the Olympia. And look, how short would my career be if I only did the Olympia?
Yeah.
5 years. Imagine I do the Olympia 5 years. I will compete 5 times. And that'll be it. Every picture you ever see of me will be on the Olympia stage. Everything about me will always be Olympia stage. And that's it. That's the only time you ever see my physique. So in the whole time of my whole career, you're only going to see my physique 5 times. That makes for a very, very short career and not a lot happening there. So whether you win or you lose, the one thing I've always believed is you're writing history every time you step on that stage and every time you show up your physique. Every single time. When I'm done doing this, I'm going to look back at my career. I'm not going to look back and say, damn, I shouldn't have done that, Arnold. Damn, I shouldn't have done that show. No. I'm going to look back and go, man, do you remember how you looked at that show? Oh, man, look at what you did that year. Oh, do you remember that year you competed here, you traveled here? This is what I strive for, is to have something to look back on and have a lot to say, okay, I did things that no one else wanted to do. I stood on stage, I did this, I competed here. I do a lot of these things and I wrote a history that I want to look back on and be proud of.
Yeah.
And it's very hard for people to sort of understand that when they say, oh, all the Mr. Olympia have done that. I'm like, yeah, but I want to make sure that when I look back on it, I have no regrets. I want to look back on that and have a history that follows that mark and say, look, he competed here, he traveled here, he did this, he was here. We never saw him just, did a show and disappeared. And we didn't see him for a year, and then he came out with the show.
Verdadeiro embaixador, né?
Yeah, it's a true ambassador. I told this to Tamer. I said, listen, I understand the strategy behind it, but as a fan, I was there. I loved to see the Olympia and the contender. I loved.
I mean, we put on a battle for a show, and do you think that people that were there who watched that moment, have that moment, do you think they walk away going, man, maybe I should have stayed and watched the Olympia instead?
Yeah.
No. You got a chance to see Arnold champion and, Mr. Olympia right there, battle it out right there on stage, right in front of you. You get another opportunity to say that. You don't have to wait for another year to see that.
Yeah,
it
was awesome.
And this is how you grow a sport, man. You don't grow a sport by just sitting out and then doing it. Because it would stay the same. So I've always said, I'm going to break the mold. I'm going to do things my way, and I'm not going to look back, and I'm not going to follow the expected tradition of it. I'm like, if you're expecting that from me, then you're going to be disappointed. I'm going to do things differently. I'm going to do things my way, and I'm going to do things that way because I want to build a legacy that's beyond just every once in a while he jumps on the Olympia stage. That for me is not good enough.
So you're not worried about, now you're not the favorite anymore.
Why?
You're not worried with this.
I wasn't the favorite last year.
Yeah.
How did that work out? And people always laugh, and I was like, remember Arnold 2024? We all forget that I lost to Adi twice.
Yeah,
2 Arnolds,
in the same year.
In the same year.
Yeah.
And going to Olympia, I wasn't the favorite.
Yeah, that's true.
How did that work out?
Yeah.
So I'm like, look, you need to understand in this sport, anybody can beat anybody at any time. And I've said this a 1,000 times before. It's a sport. It's a sport of the best man wins on the day. That's it. If you take it personally and you take it to heart and you're thinking, because he lost that last show, it means that he's not going to win the next one. You're gonna lose money on it. And you're gonna lose your money every single time. This is what the sport is, and I understand that full-heartedly. That every time I get on stage, there's a good chance I'm going to win. There's a good chance I'm going to lose. Especially this is no boxing match. This isn't I knock him out, he knock him out. This is a sport where you bring your best, the other guy brings his best, and someone decides who's the best man on that day. That's it. That's as far as the control. As long as you know you brought your best to that stage, you walk away with your head held high. You don't walk away going, especially when you know you've done your best at it. You don't. Because when I walk up the Arnold stage, I don't walk out going, "Oh my God, this is horrible, man." I'm like, look, I did my goddamn best, and he brought his best, and his best was good enough on that day.
Yeah,
that's it.
And it was close.
And it was close. We all go battle. We all go
close.
It was not unanimous.
There we go.
Yeah, it was close.
So, same thing I'm expecting at Olympia. I'm going to now go back. I'm going to work my ass off to bring another new level of myself. And I'm expecting him to bring another new level of himself coming to Olympia. And then we battle it again, and we see let the best man win. And then we do that again year after year, time after time. The fans are going to love it. And we're going to create bodybuilding. We're going to create history. That's it. You need to be able to step out of the frame and look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, it makes sense.
No caso dele, cada vez que ele compete, ele melhora muito mais, né?
He's saying that especially in your situation, every time you compete, you're getting better.
Yeah,
and better,
and
better, and better.
Exactly that. So it makes because this is like I said, I told people like, look, since I won my Pro 21, I've literally had a year
off. A gente não
off.
vê o corpo dele cansar.
Everything I'm competing every 6 months.
We don't see your body like getting wasted, you know.
No, and if it's working, well, why change the strategy that's working?
Yeah.
You know, so it's something that, you know, I was like, look, you don't judge it by what's happened in history, what's happened before. You judge it by what you've seen currently. Every time he gets on stage, he gets better. So why should he all of a sudden change now and go, does he need more size? Do I need to take a year off to make more size?
No, definitely.
There we go. So he needs to get better condition. How is he going to get better condition? By being on stage and repeating that process and peaking his peak over and over again until he masters how to get it right.
Yes.
Same thing is what we do. And this is why we get on stage as often as we can to make sure that we get good at that. And this is that simple. Makes sense. You know?
If I'm not wrong, only Iranian won the Arnold and the Olympia in the same year. Right?
Yeah.
It's history, right?
It's history. Yeah. And now we remember that because it's history. I mean, what, how many years ago? 27 years, 25 years ago?
Yeah, 24 years ago.
That was the last time Mr. Olympia jumped on there. So
wow. Yeah.
So I looked at that, I was like, man, no, we gotta make more history. We gotta make more of that happen. So it's this is the way I want to live my career, is by making history, man. Doing things that others won't do.
This is Brazilian food. This was made here.
Fala que eu como uma caixa dessa por episódio.
He can't control himself. He eats like 2 boxes of it. Yeah.
This is
and, peanuts is like a little bit caloric, right? Yeah. So you have to control yourself.
You have to control yourself.
Yeah.
that would be me.
I mean, but you're in the period where you can.
I'm in the program where I can actually enjoy food.
Yeah, you can try it.
That's what. I mean, this is the best time to come to Brazil, because honestly, it's the best time for me because I'm at a point where I'm going to rest and I can eat food and I can try. We went to the restaurant this afternoon.
You try the picanha?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Boy.
Qual restaurante?
No, Rio de Prata. This one.
I'll get fat.
Yeah.
Honestly,
enjoy.
There's a lot of good food.
Vai no barbacoa.
Enjoy.